Jesse was a real contender. There were about 7 people in the Democrats running, and Jesse was knocking them off one by one. And he had a shoestring budget, and he had come to ask the minister for help. And so the minister went to help Reverend Jackson after consulting with a team of people in the Nation of Islam. And, so people were coming based on that understanding. But you have to remember, just because he was helping Reverend Jackson doesn't mean he was a politician. And it didn't mean the minister trusted in this government. But the minister, like his teacher, was measuring everybody from the scriptures and what God had done with the prophets. And what the minister saw in Jackson was what other preachers in Chicago did not see. When you look in the scripture, before Jesus comes, John the Baptist from Zechariah and Elizabeth is born. And he's working at he's not like the rabbis, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the scribes. He don't have church service there. He was down by the banks of the River Jordan. And unlike them who just had Jews there, he's got Gentiles, some Roman. He's got all different kinds of people down there at the banks of the River Jordan, and he's preaching that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Ultimately, John the Baptist is taken by the authorities and he's beheaded, right? So the minister is looking at Reverend Jackson like that because Reverend Jackson didn't have a church. He didn't hold Sunday service. Operation Push was set up on 50th Street in Drexel in Chicago. Everything was Saturday morning. So people that went to church could also go to Operation Push, and they'll tell you it was jam-packed in there. Lined up even with preachers because they didn't have to preach on Saturday. Sunday was their day. So like John the Baptist, who had Jew, Gentiles, Samaritans and others, Jesse had white, black, he had Mexican, he had different people. Each one of them had a rainbow coalition. That's my point is that. Yeah, so the minister said he had never voted in his life. And so we go downtown and the minister registers to vote. Reverend Jackson takes him down there and he said, just like John baptized Jesus, so Jesse baptized me in the muddy waters of this world's politics. And when he did that, man, the Jews were after Jesse, but then that night we were at the Armory, 1984, I'll never forget it, and the Jews were laid out there, reporters and that, and the minister came out to appeal to them because they were trying to terrorize that family. He had no security, even though he was running for president. And so the FOI, at the request of the minister, he didn't order us. He asked us would we help Reverend Jackson and his family, and we got out there to do it. And it embarrassed the Secret Service. It was such an embarrassment to them that they appealed to Reverend Jackson's family to get rid of the FOI and let the Secret Service come in. And they ended up accommodating that. But you got to remember, these people were hoping you would die. They were cutting up dead animals, throwing them on the porch. They were doing all kinds of crazy stuff to intimidate that family. But they dared not try to attack them while the FOI were on there. The FOI we had in Chicago. And look, Reverend Jackson, he had a sharp brain. I don't know if you remember Lieutenant Goodman, who was shooting, he was dropping bombs in Syria, but his plane got shot down, and the Reagan administration was leaving him over there. So Reverend Jackson went at the appeal of the family, and the minister went with the delegation. And they appealed to those at the table in Syria. Main thing was they got him back. And of course, they're all in Washington, D.C., and Ronald Reagan is the president. They standing up there with Lieutenant Goodman. And the father ends up condemning Reverend Jackson later on, as the campaign kept going. But, my thing is people came at that time. It was an exciting period. See, a handful of people always join a mosque or a church, but almost everybody will join a movement. So when you have movement, you have scores of people moving nationally to get in something because they want to do something, and this held a lot of promise. And they called Reverend Jackson and the minister the dynamic duo in the country. And I don't know, we had albums out on that with both of them, and we were selling the albums all over the country. But, all of that time passed us. So now what are you going to do when you don't have, these levels of excitement and stuff going on? So some people misunderstand it. But we're proven today it's not over. That's right. That's right. You just came according to your own understanding. So he says they come based on their understanding of the man, understanding of his mission and the teachings at that moment in time when they first encounter him. But as he continues to grow, that's what we have to understand. You don't stay the same in God's classroom. People ask us, well, how y'all saying he's the Messiah now? Or how you saying the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the exalted Christ now? Through evolution. You don't stay the same. That's right. When you come under God. The reason a lot of people in the world are saying because they're not connected with God. There's lip profession going on in the world. And people have what you call a kindergarten understanding of religion. If we graduated one jot above where we are right now, we'd be in a better condition than we are right now. We're in a world where we'll protest lynching, protest police brutality, protest rapes, protest the bombing of our churches and everything, and go right back in religion. And the last thing you want is somebody to tell you that the man is the devil. So you can see evil, you just can't see the devil. You can catalog all the crimes, but you don't see the criminal. See, that's what you call blind. And you need somebody to come. Jesus comes telling John want to know, are you the one or should we look for another? Tell John, the blind have sight today. Tell John, the deaf hear today. Right? Tell John that the leper is cleansed. When you got leprosy and you lose your pigmentation, the minister said we were spiritual lepers. Because, we lost our soul. That's how he could bring us in religion. How you going to be a Christian and a slave at the same time? No. He continues to grow. He continues to evolve. And he continues to change. And he matures. And because of that, the people that came to him with their own understanding of who he is, what he represents, what his message is, and what it can do and what it can't do, they no longer see him the same way because they don't see him in the next phase of his development. And so to close this part out, Allah gives his servant helpers from himself. That help is the best help because these people grow along the same lines that he grows. Some people can't grow like he grows. The first time you insulted, you want to bury the people. That's not his way. We've seen people play a role in doing everything to try to destroy the minister in the public. But when they're in trouble, and they will be, because the minister always reminds you, after the white man uses you, he gonna throw you back to us. Poor Nicki Minaj and others and them up there, but it's only a matter of time before they throw them back.
That's right, brother minister. Real talk.
But when they were in trouble, some of them didn't have a helper or a friend except Louis Farrakhan. I've lived long enough to see it. And I've heard people among us say, man, he a better man than me. Because after what that Negro did, you know. So the ministers say, but there's some of us, we can take them hits. It ain't fun, you know. But if you're growing, you realize everything evil that come in your life didn't come from the devil. Right. Sometime God sends them. Sometime, if you need shaping up, God know how to send some rough riders into your life. They start giving you a rough time. You saying, damn, what is this? And the minister said, they're the sandpaper. And as they rub you the wrong way and irritate you and do all kinds of stuff, they wearing out, but you're shaping up. Right. Ooh, look at that. The man that we follow, I watched him 14 years without let up, under attack in the newspapers. You don't know if you can really take that because you ain't lived under it yet. Right. But what they want to know is, can you see, when you get ready for a heavyweight, one of them boxing things and stuff, you're in the training camp. You know, Ali used to chop down trees and get underwater, jump into deep water and fight and box underwater and everything. All this training, why? Because much of your training has nothing to do with training you for the knockout punch. That's right. Training is to condition you to be able to take these blows up in the ring so you can be in there long enough to deliver some kind of knockout punch. But if you can't take a hit, you're not ready for that fight. Because most people that go in the ring, you're going to get tagged, you know, more than once. You know, so this is spiritual, but it's a contact sport. You get your feelings hurt. Huh? You'll get betrayed. See, all of this happened to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But sometimes we're only looking at him ascending, but we're not thinking about the people that wanted to murder him. And he never sent nobody after those people. In fact, he never pointed them out. Mother Tynetta used to tell us about the time, you can read it in the prophet's history, there were hypocrites that he dealt with, and some came back to the faith. But there were 9 deadly ones. And he never told the believers who they were. And after one Jumar prayer, Allah made him to announce them. They never saw another day. The minister is kind because he know he got some neck breakers. He got all kind of people that are just crushed folks that are out to do something to him. So he doesn't expose these people for who and what they really are and the treachery that's afoot. But that means he's growing along certain lines. Could you be like that? What would you do if you came into power and you knew you had enemies that didn't like you? Are you planning to undermine them and do them in? That's why God don't start us off with a nation. He going to see how we act in a mosque. And that's a smart God. The last thing we need to be, even though the ministers say think nation, don't think mosque. Why? Because if you don't think nation, you won't know the purpose for a mosque. 6,000 years ago, there was no mosque on the planet. We didn't have a mosque. We didn't have a church. There was no synagogue. There was no need for one. The original people, the messenger said, we knew our nature. We knew our God. We weren't believers. We were knowers. He said, out of our nature and the way we participated in life, it was greater than a prayer. No, once an enemy came to our planet 6,000 years ago, we knew he was going to wipe out the remembrance of God, so we had to set up houses that we could go into where God's name could be remembered. But the kind of world we had before 6,000 years, we never forgot God. You didn't have to worry about somewhere to bring up the remembrance of him. You knew him every day. In fact, you were like a God. You just weren't the supreme one. Yeah, so we won't finish all that, but look at this. He says, loosened in the knot in the tongue. The tongue represents the language of revelation. God's grace to him came in the words that he gave to him. Talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and that what God gave him was a compliment to the Quran. What was that? The supreme wisdom. And look at this. And he said it was a key to unravel the depth of the Quran. But all this had to be unraveled over time. It didn't happen in a week or a month. And he said, we must remember that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that baby language should not be used by us. And we thought baby language was profanity. He said that is baby language, but the baby language really means an immature understanding of the word that Master Farad Muhammad brought. That's baby language. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, see, in 1933, he gave answers. He was only 3.5 years old in this wisdom.
That's right.
So loosening the knot, one of the first things he had to do, how do I teach Islam to a people who were brought up in a Judeo-Christian ethic? And that's their way of understanding God and his prophets and God's plan and mission. How do I teach Islam to them? They never heard of. Did you know Allah before you? I didn't know nothing about Allah.
No, sir.
I heard it. I heard him say it on Sinbad. Queen Shahrazad wrote the Arabian Nights, and all them stories came out of that. And so you saw them on television saying, praise Allah. I didn't know what that was. They had them turbans on, and, but it was mythical.
Right. That's right. Exactly.
So unravel the wisdom that is contained in the message of Master Farad Muhammad that he brought. That's what the expanded worker is helping in this dispensation to do. He said, I heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Well, this is important right here. When this man preaches from an expanded version, he matures the message that allows him to speak to all humanity. See, we were so far beaten down, we worked hard just to get nearly 2 million black men to come out. But, when the minister went abroad, especially in Iran, they shut down television. So that when he went on television, he spoke to millions.
That's
in the Muslim world. Even while people over here, out of their ignorance, say, well, y'all ain't real Muslims.
That's what they say.
But I said, well, I beg your pardon. I'm sticking my chest out because, you know, our leadership all went over there to Mecca.
Yes, sir.
I said, you ain't even invited.
That's right.
Said, they don't know you, and you over here telling us what we're not.
Right.
Hell. And you basing it on them over there. Well, we over there on their dime.
Come on. Sit in the front. Teach, brother. Minister.
Huh?
Teach.
Brother Ishmael, the Supreme Captain, Mustafa Farrakhan. Brother Saad Alim, our national MGT captain. They were all over there. I said, well, our leadership team is in Mecca. Where's yours?
That's right. Teach, brother minister.
If we're not real.
That's right.
Allah knows best who's real,
Yes, sir.
you know, and who's counterfeit.
Yes.
I won't even get into arguing because it's not up to me.
That's right.
So he said, I heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad say that 2/3 of the Holy Quran was for him and 1/3 for some other man, and I would let that other man worry about his part. He said the book that the Savior gave him was the Holy Quran, but 2/3 of it, which deals with faith that would be established before he departed, the other third would be established under his guidance from another place in which he would be.
Teach.
See, right now,
Teach.
go down to register at the Library of Congress and see the recorded death of Elijah Muhammad. And it wasn't there. Go down the policeman's cold cases and see, have they found Fard Muhammad?
Teach, brother minister.
They can't find him.
No, sir.
And they came up with a fake guy over in prison.
That's right.
And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, they've been hounding us and harassing us about where is he? Where is he? If you knew all the time, why are you asking us?
That's right.
See? And Patty Hirsch's father was putting that stuff out. You don't remember the Cybernees Liberation Army supposed to had kidnapped Patty Hearst at one time, but her father owned that newspaper. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad had a $100,000 certified check put together.
That's right.
That Brother Jabril and his regional minister, Abdullah Muhammad, went to get that newspaper. If they could prove that man they had in prison was the same man that taught him in Detroit. And Dr. Wesley found out they took the whatever the serial number is when they arrest you.
Come on.
And when he was arrested in Detroit, they took that out and superimposed it on his arrest record out there in San Francisco somewhere, trying to make like this is the same man.
That's right.
See, this is the mischief of them. They did arrest Fard Muhammad in Detroit, and I still have the Detroit Free Press because the man came out and the detectives held a press conference.
Yes, sir.
And they wanted to know, who is he? They said, he insists he's the supreme being.
That's right. That's what he told them.
Look what they did. They put him on something and sent him out of town. That sounds like a Western, don't it? You know, by sundown, get out of town. Well, how can you do that? We don't want you here, and send him someplace else in the United States of America if he's supposed to be a U.S. citizen. So anyway, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is on the wheel.
Yes, sir. Actual fact.
He was like a guided missile, he said, because God was off in a secret place guiding him. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, it goes like this. So there would be no mistake. God comes and teaches his messenger what he wants him to teach the people. Then he goes away, he said, and then God sends an angel to watch the messenger, to make sure that the messenger teaches the people what God told him he wanted taught.
Teach, brother. Come on.
Everybody's under watch.
Yes, sir.
So he's guiding him from a place. And now, as he grows into greater understanding and power of who he is, he's guiding his servant right now.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
If the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan wasn't under guidance, you know what he would have said? I think I'll be quiet right now. That's not what he said.
No, sir.
He said he was instructed to be quiet.
That's right.
So the next question should become, who instructed you?
Come on.
So he's guiding him to fulfill his 1/3 of the Holy Quran. And all he needs to do, watch the minister. He doesn't really have to worry about his part. All he has to do, he's talking about himself, is to reach up in the brain for guidance. Because he's already feeding the brain. And what did he tell us? This is the highest form of electrical energy that you can entertain.
Come on.
If he's feeding from God, when you feed from him, you're feeding from God.
That's right, brother.
It's a high form of electrical energy that you operating under.
Teach, brother minister. Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
It's a plug. He's plugged into him there. I'm plugging in here.
That's right. The current. Teach.
Yeah. Your spiritual and moral batteries are dead. Come on, get a jump.
That's right.
That's what you're doing. Put the cables on them.
That's right.
No, I'm not the life giver. I just got the cables that's connected to the life giver. Huh? I can't start the car. You got to start it. You got your own key. It just won't work till the cables are on. And power is coursing through the cables. The word of Master Farad Muhammad traveling at 1,120 feet per second. While the man is speaking it, it's entering your ear gate. That's how fast it's traveling. And there's electricity in that word.
Yes, right.
And electromagnetic powers in it.
Yes, sir.
And let's just look at where we need to be and get ready for 2026. First, he says, take my yoke upon you.
Yes, sir.
He said, but you can't do that unless you learn of me. You got to learn my spirit. You got to learn the nature of me. You got to learn of me, and you will find that I am meek and lowly of heart, and you will find rest in your soul. He said, the soul is at rest because he knows that he's being guided to fulfill the work. I shouldn't have to try to figure out how to make God's work a success. Huh?
That's right.
If you connected with him, you'll get something from him. The minister said everything that we have done in the rebuilding has come from inspiration.
Come on now.
We've done it by the Spirit of God.
Yes, sir.
He ain't sitting down there racking his brain trying to plan and go through this, that, and the other. I don't say don't plan in your life, but man, you got a God that's present now.
That's right. Come on, man. Oh, powerful God. Come on, man.
So he said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, so continue to hear my minister. And he said he meant that his followers should continue to listen to me, for my teaching would bear witness to his being alive.
That's right.
And he's growing in power of the great commission of the God that came to him and revealed himself to him. Look at this. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he says in this last part, said, if you continue to listen to me, that's if you continue, I will have you so smart,
Come on.
you'll have the devil around your little finger and you will not even know that he's present.
Teach, brother minister. Right.
Now, you read in Lost Found Lesson number 2, he would destroy the devil's world in a day and never become a victim to his civilization.
That's right.
How you praying to a God like that and you talking like a victim?
Come on. Go ahead.
Sure, we got to work our way out from where we are, but we shouldn't be talking like victims. Only reason it's taken us so long, we're divided.
That's right.
Huh? Division slows things up. And the messenger said the other thing that slows us up is envy and jealousy. But that's why we're divided. Oh, man. He said, the minister said, this is what he meant. If you continue to hear my servant, my helper, and grow, you will grow out of the thought that the enemy is any burden to you. Yaqub's grafted man may be a burden to you if you refuse to grow up into the wisdom of God. You cannot grow into the wisdom of God unless you continue to hear Minister Louis Farrakhan, the witness of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Thank you for listening as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. All praises due to Allah. All praises due to Allah. Thank you so much. Before we close out, I just want to ask the question. No one's out for their first time, right? Anyone out for their first time? So if you're out for your first time, maybe second time or more, how many of you all feel that what you heard is the truth and good for us as a people? Could I just see by a show of hands? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All praises due to Allah. If you feel that what you heard today is the truth and good for us as a people, while we're talking, we know God is working. And this work didn't start with a man who was looking for God. This work started with a man who manifested God in his person. So we know that he's still working. And we're trying to be helpers to the chief helper that God has on the planet today. But if you feel it's good, if you feel it's good for us, how many of you would take the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan up on his invitation to become a part of this great work and army that's taking place now all over the world? We're doing it right now in Philadelphia. And, we ask you to continue to come out and to learn, because we're still coming out and we're learning. I'm still in orientation class. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huh? Yes, sir. I learned a few things in the other orientation class, but then I realized, man, I'm in orientation for another whole kingdom that's coming. That's right. And how you get up in the morning, you know what you look like before you went to bed, but you're in the mirror. Did you think you're going to be a different person or something? No, you know what we're looking at in the mirror? We're trying to see what does sleep do to us. So this mirror of truth, we're talking about 400 years of sleep. What did it do to me? And what do I need to do? The mirror can show you something, but it can't remove it. You got a spot here, you got something there. Well, the mirror will reveal it to you, but you have to do something about it. That's why we have self-improvement study course. It only works if you apply it to self. You apply it to somebody else, that's why it's not working. Yes, sir. But if you feel that what you heard today is the truth and good for us, this is your opportunity to come forward as a helper to him. He's the chief helper. I would love to shake your hands and thank you for being out, and hope that you would fill out something that we could contact you and we could be a part. So you think about it. The Secretary's Department is always open, and you can be a part of something that you never thought could take place in these United States of America. And it's focused on you this time. You don't have to watch somebody else grow into something. You should be growing into it. But we're thankful for that. So thank you for being out. Now, you all got to help us today, so we get ready to bring in 2026. This promises to be, a very critical year. We hear, if you've been on any of the programming, on the first Sunday of every month, we're always programmed into our headquartered mosque, and our student national assistant, Minister Ishmael Muhammad, is constantly telling us that we're at the end of something. That 40 years since the More Than a Vision experience. And when you're at the end of something, something new is getting ready to start. But what's dangerous is we're in between something that has ended and something that hasn't gotten started yet. So we have a study guide just on how dangerous that is, because many people will look at a transition period and make judgments on different people. Transition means you're not what you were, but you're not yet what you're moving to become. And somebody judges you in that period thinking that's the sum total of you, and it's not. You know, we used to always say, God is not finished with me yet. Well, that's really what's happening in the transition. And the minister said, I don't see tomorrow. God gives me leave so that I understand the day I just went through. You know, if we review the day we just went through, that'll keep you in a lot of study. That's what it's telling me. But no, we're around trying to predict other people and where they're going to be. We need to be looking at where we just been and what has happened to us. In that movie, The Fly, he went all the way over. You couldn't tell him. You know, this thing works. And he didn't see that thing in him. And he realized it was in him when his appetite changed. So if you know, if prayer upsets you, if, you know, there's a reason the man said, this day all of you going to be offended by me. Well, what would make the people offended when they got right up to that point? You know, something else started growing in them. And whatever was growing, it had a different appetite than the one you had. So it wants a different kind of food now. So, you know, eating Krispy Kremes for breakfast and dinner and everything. So that's a whole different diet, because the fly was growing in strength inside the man from a genetic level. Yeah. So Brother Joseph's going to close us out with prayer, but he's going to let you know what's going on, because we got a couple of activities going on. If we don't see you then, we pray that God gives you a good new year coming in for you and your family. And, you know, determine that you're going to do something. A human being should not live without a purpose. If you want to fill up the emptiness that's in your life, get a purpose in life. Something that you're doing, it gives you a reason for waking up every morning.
Come on.
All right. Yes, sir. All praise is due to Allah. Let's give him another round of applause. Our Delaware Valley Student Regional Minister, Rodney Muhammad. Very profound teaching today. Let's comb through what he just gave us. Let's analyze it. Let's parse it apart. Dear family, very quickly, our time has been very well spent. Did you learn anything today?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. The announcements are, very quickly, Saturday, January 3rd, Disaster Preparedness Seminar Part 2, right here at the mosque. Part 1 was yesterday, the 27th, and we invite all to attend Part 2 this coming Saturday, this week. And come to Muhammad's Mosque number 12. The doors open at 2:30 p.m. The event will also be shared via Zoom. Check your email for the link and any further information on that. And this coming Wednesday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, our annual Bringing in the New Year's Zoom meeting will begin at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will discuss the many memorable moments of 2025. We will discuss what we will into our new year. And also Thursday, January 1st, a community dinner, which Brother Rodney just alluded to, hosted by the MGT GCC Muhammad's Mosque number 12. Come have dinner with your family here at the mosque. The dinner begins at 4 p.m. Enjoy delicious, savory cuisine prepared only as the MGT and GCC can do. So please, this is a free event, a love offering from the MGT, and a time for socialization with others and our community. And if you're not receiving correspondence from the mosque, please see the Ministry of Information at the Secretary's table, give them your information, and you can be abreast of all future events that will be coming down the pike. No dinners today, desserts and beverages available. And before we close out completely with prayer, we have a new ex. Most importantly, all praise is due to Allah. He is our brother Dwayne, but we also know him as Brother Ali. So, brother, could you come forward? We just want the mosque to know that we got a new ex in the house. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Our brother, praise be to Allah. Family, when you look at him, you say, well, he looks like he already in. He is in. This is our brother. All praises due to Allah. Let us embrace our brother, show the love to him. He already know. He already feel at home. But we're going to reinforce it because he's brought before us today so that we can see that in his struggles, he's arrived at the point he's accepted his own and he wants to be himself. So all praises due to Allah. Long live Muhammad. 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 All praises due to Allah. Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Ali. Got his stuff together. He didn't recite it. He's in like Flint, if you heard me. All right, beloved. That being said, let us close with prayer. In a manner in which you most comfortable, follow along silently. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, the one God to whom all praise is due, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of the day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and thee alone do we beseech for aid. O Allah, guide us on the straight path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, and nor of those who go astray after hearing thy teaching. Say, He, Allah, is one. Allah is He upon whom we all depend. He neither begat nor is He begotten, and there is none like Him. I bear witness that none deserves to be served or worshipped besides Allah, who appears to us in the personage of Master W. Farad Muhammad. We're eternally grateful to him for giving to us his wise choice in the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And to the two of them, we thank them for the gift of mercy and guidance in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It's in their names we pray. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.